Hey everyone, welcome back to All Things Considered with Morgan. I am your host, Morgan. It's been a little bit, but I'm back in Arizona. I have set up my camera differently, try something different, and we'll see how that goes. But today is Saturday, March 29th, 10:30 in the morning. Woke up really early this morning, which is really good, really nice. Yeah, so let's get started. Let's think about Arizona trip. That's going to be a big heavy hitter for today's topic, and then whatever else I want to talk about. But yeah, Arizona was great. Never been there, as you may have heard in the past 4 episodes, but never been there. It was great. The temperature was perfect, I think, in my opinion. Nighttime it was chilly, but that was fine, and during the day it wasn't that bad. When we landed in Phoenix, it was kind of a relief to finally be landing in Phoenix because, you know, how everything's kind of been in the news lately. So it felt kind of bizarre being in the plane. And there's like a little bit of anxiety. But once we landed in Phoenix, it was nice. The airport is insanely huge. I mean, it was kind of nuts because there's really no like direction that they give you to do like what you need to do once you get off your plane. There are a couple like signs that are like rental car center this way. You kind of get the idea, but then it's like we had to ask somebody, my wife and I, and they were like, "Yeah, you take the Sky Tram all the way to the rental car center." And we're like, "What?" And then we like got on this bus, or not this bus, this like tram, and we're going down the tracks, and like I'm looking up at this like digital sign on like the roof ceiling, and it said like Terminal 4, then Terminal 3, and then like 29th Street Station or something, and then the rental car center, and like the thing takes you straight to it, which is really convenient and cool. But we waited in line forever to get our car. It kind of sucked because it was like there was 2 people behind the counter, which I get it. And when my wife and I arrived, we were like 3rd or 4th in line, I think. But then like, since those 2 people still took a long time, the line got so busy. I think there was probably when we left the line, it was like probably 300 people. Not 300, but probably at least 80 people in line. And there were only 3 people like who were trying to help get people their cars. And I cannot imagine how late those people got out at the airport because we waited in line for probably 45 minutes. And like we just got off the flight, you know, we left Wichita around 5 p.m. and we landed in Arizona at 5:24 p.m. So we were 2 hours ahead and we're hungry. We haven't eaten yet. We're waiting to get our car. And we still have to drive 2 hours to Sedona. And so like we get in the car and all I'm thinking of is just like, let's just haul ass to Arizona or Sedona because that's where we were staying. Cause my wife was taking pictures of a wedding there. So like I'm driving as fast as I can. I mean, I think I was going 90 mile an hour, 95, like almost the whole way just because I just wanted to get there as quickly as possible. Cause we just needed food. And my wife was like, "I'm hungry, let's stop here." And I'm like, I just want to get to Sedona because it was really dark at nighttime. And I've never driven in the desert at nighttime, so I didn't know what to expect. But it was pretty dark. And there was a lot of inclines and declines. A lot of trucks. I mean, it was kind of really anxiety inducing, but we got there and we ended up stopping at a place called Butterfly Burger. That was actually pretty good food. It was like a half-pound burger. It was grilled really well. But the thing that's kind of interesting about Sedona, so they're like a nighttime respectable city, I guess. That's probably a better term for it, but I didn't quite ever hear a proper term. But what happens is like at 9 o'clock, they kind of shut down the city. So like even like outside porch lights, they don't want those on. They want all the lights off for the city. And it's really cool because it makes the city like, you know, there's a lot less light pollution, and I bet the critters out there probably really enjoy it because it's a bit more dark. But restaurants close at 9. Most of them do. And when we were pulling into Sedona, we were kind of like Googling like where could we go eat. We just wanted something we wanted something new. When I travel, I don't like getting food from places I can get here in Kansas. I want to try new things. So when we saw the Butterfly Burger was going to close in like an hour and a half, I was like, that's fine. Like, I don't have any issues with that. It was a pretty good burger though, but you could kind of feel like the sense of like, hey, it's almost 9. We got to get the heck out of here. And so, but it was cool. The couple that got married were really beautiful and they're fun. They're really friendly, really nice. We ended up bonding pretty well with them. Next day we woke up and we kind of, I guess you could say we kind of explored Sedona a tiny bit, grabbed a bite to eat. And then, I don't think we went souvenir shopping that day. I think we just kind of grabbed a bite to eat and then kind of just drove around. Oh, we saw the chapel. That was pretty cool. I had a hard time doing that because like when you drive there, you're not really like, for me, I'm born and raised in Kansas, and like when I'm driving somewhere when there's a lot of steep grades going up and then down, I'm not used to it. But we drove all the way to the top of this like Chapel Hill Rock thing, and there's no parking. Like you park on the side of the road of this incline, and then like at the top there's like a roundabout, and you come back down. Well, I went all the way to the top, came down, and just was like, "Fuck it, we're leaving," because I just had a hard time like trying to process even parking because it was so inconvenient. But it was really cool. The people, like, I don't think we ever had any unfriendly people in Arizona. They were all really nice. But a lot of like outdoorsy people for sure. Like when people were walking up to the top of this Chapel Hill thing, like, there was those people who lived there and they were like, oh, I do this like every day. And there was my wife and I were kind of huffing puffing a little bit on the way up. That's just because we're not used to like being in the altitude. So, but it was really cool still. I really, really, really enjoyed getting to see the Chapel Hill thing. I think I'm saying that right. Chapel Hill. It's the church that was like built into a wall in the mountain. It's pretty cool. Wedding was really good. We ended up taking pictures of the couple at Bell Rock. That was really cool. Seeing that at like sunset was insane. Like when there's like a golden hour or whatever you want to call it. But like when the sun hits the rocks just right, it looks like really cool and really beautiful. And then Bell Rock, like, as the sun went down on the behind one of the mountains or one of the buttes. I learned that they're not mountains, buttes and mesas. They went down behind one of the buttes, and then Bell Rock just had this like silhouette in the sky, and like it was black and blue behind it, or it was mainly blue, but it looked really cool. Those are really good photos, I think. And then the next day we woke up and we went and got some lunch, and then went to go get souvenirs. So I got the shirt, I got a sticker for my water bottle. My wife got a shirt and a sticker. And we kind of just drove around a little bit. And then, because we had more photos that night, we went to, I think it was Black Canyon. I keep saying it wrong, but I think I'm saying it right. I don't know. But it was Black Canyon, so we got to see cactus. And the cactus were like huge, like 10-foot tall cactus. And they were just all over this place in this desert. And it was crazy because we were there and I checked my phone and it said it was 91 degrees and like nobody was sweating. I know they say Arizona's dry heat. I get that. But like we were there and I was like, this is so strange. Like it's not that hot. And it was kind of nice. So yeah, that was really cool. And then we got back and then we kind of ate, packed up. And then we watched Miss Congeniality, went to bed, and then woke up and then really early and hit the road to get to Sedona. Oh, sorry, back to Phoenix. Got on a plane and got home, and yeah, I mean it's nice to be home. You don't realize how much you miss home until you're gone from it for a little while, especially if you're somewhere so unfamiliar. And that's where we were. It's like being in Phoenix. I mean, being in Arizona is really cool, but it was very unfamiliar. It was almost just like so strange that like sometimes it's weird to think, I'm like, holy shit, we were actually there. And it was cool. We didn't really see any critters really. When we were in the desert though, we did see some hares, rabbits with like really long ears. Like the ears were like probably 4 or 5 inches long. and they were just straight up. Like, it was just kind of strange looking. That's cool. We saw a cow. But yeah, we didn't see anything else. Like, no cool like snakes or scorpions or anything. But that's okay. It's still really cool. I would definitely go back to Sedona. It was really nice. Yeah, that was cool. But then going back to work on Thursday and Friday was pretty exhausting because I was still trying to like catch up with my time, and I wasn't sleeping well because I think I'm getting sick again. Whether it's just the plane or the change of environment, like the nature of it all, I don't fucking know. But I got off work yesterday, and I was feeling just achy and cruddy, and I could feel like drainage, and I wasn't coughing, but I just didn't feel great. And then last night when I was sleeping, I didn't sleep awesome. But that's okay. Yeah, that's one thing that I thought was really cool. But this morning when I woke up, I kind of laid in bed and waited till like I felt a little bit better. And then I hopped in the shower. And then I went to the grocery store. My wife is actually at another wedding today, and so hope she has fun. And I miss her already. But I was getting water bottles at the grocery store, and I thought of something really weird. So like they say like water is like necessity to life and everyone needs to drink water. But as a human, for me, and maybe even other people that I've known or have seen them feed their babies, I don't have any kids, so I don't know. I don't think I had a glass of water until I was like probably 3 or 4 years old. So are babies just dehydrated all the time? Because you give them milk, and then I guess there's water in milk, but it's not like water, you know? Like, that's like saying, oh, I drink 7 beers a day, so I'm getting water, but it's like you're not really getting water. I don't know. How does that work for babies? Maybe they're crying all the time because they're dehydrated. They have like headaches and they don't feel well. I don't know. That's just something to think about. Gotta ask ChatGPT, but I thought that was interesting. Let's see. Baseball started. I'm still rooting for the Portland Timbers. They got a good win on last Saturday. I didn't get to catch the game because I was still in the air flying. Or no, I was driving. Yeah, I was driving. I didn't get to catch the game though, but I heard it was they won 3-0. I mean, that was a good game for them. Where had they played? Was it Colorado? I think it was Colorado Rapids. Yeah, that sounds right. But yeah, baseball started, and I'm not a huge baseball fan. If they had like 50 games a season, maybe I could get on board. But 162 is so many. But for those of you who don't know, I'm a Miami Marlins fan. And I know that's crazy. So like for football, I watch the Chiefs. Soccer, I watch Portland Timbers. Baseball, I watch Miami Marlins. And I'm from Kansas. And if I was going to pick a basketball team, which I never have watched basketball. I mean, I've watched basketball, but I've never like followed it. Like, you know, if I was going to pick a team, I would pick the Milwaukee Bucks because of their uniforms. And I like that they have a Bucks. They're like, it's like green and like foresty. And I think it's really cool. Yeah. So let's see. The Marlins won their first game. They lost their second game. They're playing the Pirates today, I think. And we'll have to see how that goes. While I'm editing this podcast, I will probably take a look and peek at some of the games for today. But I hope they have a good season. I'm really excited for them to hopefully play better, because it's hard watching the Marlins play sometimes, because they're not the greatest team in the world, but they're not the worst. But it's hard to watch sometimes, especially when they have like really good players and they end up getting rid of those players. Like every team does that, really, except for the Dodgers. They just acquire all the good players. Because like we used to have a guy on the Marlins. His name was Miguel Rojas. I really liked him a lot. I became a Marlins fan back in 2017, by the way. The reason why is because I like their mascot, the Marlin. And then they recently changed their uniforms, and they look so good. I like that black with like the pink and blue neon like hue to the M and the Marlin logo. So like, it looks really good. I really dig it. But yeah, Miguel Rojas, he got traded to the Dodgers, and I think he finally got a World Series ring last year. He's not the greatest player in the world, but I like watching him. He's fun. Let's see what else is going on. So this is episode number 5 of my podcast, and now I'm starting to like promote myself on social media. So I have officially made a YouTube short of a clip from my first podcast episode, put it on YouTube and TikTok. And that's kind of what I'm going to continue doing. That way people can kind of find me more, because I'm really determined and motivated to make this podcast my full-time job. My content will get better. I'm just still trying to figure out the whole thing. So if you bear with me, we're going to get there and you're going to see some good stuff. Right now I'm just kind of talking about life in general. And I think it's kind of cool that I get a chance to talk about my life in general, because not a lot of people, like people don't know. There's not a lot of people that know about. They don't. What am I trying to say? Like people don't know a lot about me. I guess my wife probably knows the most about me. So like me getting to kind of do this is kind of cool, because random people can probably get a listen to me and then go, "Oh, like he has something interesting to say," or "I like what he said about this," or they may disagree with what I said, and then we can talk through it. But I think it's kind of cool. That's a whole kind of coolness of this podcasting thing, is that I can connect with people on different levels that I've never thought of before, because I'm not a very outgoing person. Never have been. I will eventually. It will happen, because I need to get out of my shell. I need to be more outgoing, and I need to stop having a routine of the same old shit every single day. Because I don't think, I've said it before and I'll say it again, I don't think humans are meant to live that way. I think all humans on this earth have a purpose, and I don't think it's just to work in life. I think it's I think there's just a bit more to it. But I mean, to me, podcasting is something for me that I want to do, because it's exciting to kind of talk. And eventually, like, I really want this to kind of be a big thing, and then maybe in the future, like, more people are following me and supporting me, and then they like benefit from something that I've said. Yeah. So we're on this journey together, and I'm really excited, and I'm hoping that everyone that's given these podcasts to listen to or a watch, I really appreciate it very much. I'm sorry. The cat keeps opening. I appreciate it very much, and I hope that you continue listening and watching me, and supporting me from the sidelines if you want to. It's not a big deal. But I think that's all I got for today. Baseball on today. I don't know when the next podcast is going to come out. Hopefully sooner rather than later. I feel like I need to wait until like stuff happens in my podcast to like make it more enjoyable. But I guess deep down, actually, like I can do it whenever I want. I can talk about whatever I want. That's why it's all things considered. There's no topic. It's just going to be kind of whatever I want. But I will pick like topics to talk about. And I will bring more stuff eventually. I think right now, since I'm still trying to just get used to doing it, I need to do more research and maybe write a better script. I'm actually not even using a script. This is all off the top of my head. But maybe I should probably try to use like a script or like an outline of like what to talk about. That way I'm not forgetting. Because, yeah, I'd hate to forget something and then like later on like, fuck, gotta put that in the fucking video. We'll get there. So to everyone, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. You've been great. I love all of you. And I will catch you very soon. And I appreciate your support. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Or if you're listening on Spotify, you can leave a comment there too. And just let me know how I'm doing. And appreciate the feedback. So thanks for tuning in. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for listening to All Things Considered with Morgan. Thank you.